more. I'm just playing. So here we are, 2 to 3 months later since we started our journey of building muscle on an all-fruit diet. Now, to those of you who have already seen that video, welcome back. Thanks for tuning into this one. I appreciate y'all. And to those of you who are new, stay tuned in because I'm about to fill you in with everything about this journey and how everything's going with me in my life in general anyways, okay? So first of all, I just want to say I am so happy that this was a successful endeavor. It wasn't easy though. It definitely wasn't easy. I'm talking like, first of all, being able to afford the fruit, and then just eating in abundance like that was really tough. I can't lie to you. But I did it, I managed it, and it paid off, you know what I'm saying? As you can see, we built that muscle, you feel me? Now, I do want to make the disclaimer though, that some of this mass is actually from eating other plant-based sources outside of fruit, like, you know, potatoes and, well, chickpeas are technically a legume, which is technically a fruit, but you get what I'm saying though, like vegetables and stuff, spinach, peas, all that stuff. But for the most part, my diet has still been like just pretty much fruit and vegetables in general, you know what I'm saying? So I just like to say I am living proof to myself that you can build muscle eating plants, you know what I'm saying? And eating fruits at that too. So if you really want to see how my physique was looking while I was eating specifically fruit, while I was on my 30-day journey, just dial back to my other videos that I had already posted and you'll see it there. So my starting weight on my Fruitarian bodybuilding journey was 165, and in a 30-day period, I gained about 15 to 20 pounds because my average was around 180 to 185. So I had already mentioned in my previous video that as long as you eat in an abundance, you will gain weight. It does not matter what you eat. You just have to make sure you eat enough food to grow bigger. Whether that's fruit, whether it's other plant-based sources like vegetables and stuff like that, or if you are eating meat, you know. And as someone who used to eat meat just about like a good year ago, I have built a lot of muscle eating that diet. Now, granted, I wasn't as healthy as I am now, but I was still able to build muscle. Why? Because I ate in a surplus. So it don't matter what you eat, you just gotta eat a lot of it in general. You gotta eat a lot of food, okay? Because you won't get bigger if you're not eating. It don't matter if you eating a steak. It don't matter if you eating some grapes or a watermelon or some potatoes or whatnot. If you're not eating enough, you're not gonna get bigger. So right now, as we speak, I'm sitting at about 190 on average. Like, that's my new average, and I'm able to peak up to around like 194, you know what I'm saying? And it's been a battle trying to get my weight further past that, because you gotta think about it, when you're eating plant-based items, there's so much fiber content inside of it that it just passes through you. You know what I'm saying? So I literally have to eat like 5 to 6 times a day just to get my weight up at this point right now. Like, after my 30-day Fruitarian journey was over, I was able to eat just like 4 to 3 big meals, and I was gaining weight. You know, I was climbing up from 180 to 185, and then now up here to 190. But now I'm kind of at a plateau because, again, the fiber content, it's crazy. So I really gotta eat. So as of recently, I've been eating like maybe like, yeah, 5-6 meals a day. And it's pretty tough, like budget-wise, because right now, you know, my finances aren't the greatest. And at the same time, I mean, that's just a lot of food. And then it's plant-based stuff, so you already know that it's gonna be costly. You know, they don't want us to be healthy. So anyways, but yeah, I've been having to eat 5 to 6 meals a day, and I'm grazing around like 194, 193. And as you can see, I've bulked up. Again, for those of you who have already seen me previously when I was first starting my journey, you can definitely tell the difference in the size of my muscles and the bulk that I have on. Like, my traps got bigger, shoulders got bigger, biceps filled in a bit more. So I even mentioned in that previous video how my physique at that point wasn't even too far off from where it's at right now. And I literally compared and contrasted where I was beforehand to where I am now, and I was right about what I said. So, because I literally said, like, I wasn't too far from where I was when I was around like 190, 195. You know, just imagine me with a little bit more bulk, and here I am. Here I literally am. Bam. You feel me? Check it. Flex on them. Y'all probably heard that crack. But yeah, so I'm really, really proud of myself and happy with these results because I'm really looking swole, looking really good, and I'm still ripped too, you know? And the thing is, I have a really fast metabolism, so yeah, and that's also why it's really hard for me to gain weight, is because, first of all, I'm already an ectomorph, which means it's hard for me to gain weight. I'm naturally slim, and then I'm eating plant-based items. So I have to eat a lot more than the average person, and I try to incorporate a lot of carbs and fats into my diet so that way I can gain weight. You feel me? So, oh, and I just want to put y'all on to some fats. So a good source of fat, number one king, coconut oil, and then avocados, or you can get you some avocado oil too. Um, Damn, there's some more fatty foods. I can't think of them off the top of my head. Oh, of course, nuts and seeds. Those are full of healthy fats. So like flax seeds, walnuts, peanuts, cashews. I typically don't eat cashews because they make my stomach hurt. So, one second. It's like a burp in here, don't want to come out. Brazil nuts are a really good option as well too. So it's a lot of good ways to get your fat content and your carbohydrates, obviously, through a plant-based diet. And again, carbs are what you mostly need to build muscle because your body's made out of mostly water. So you need to make sure you're filling those muscles up with water content more than anything. You know what I'm saying? So now, if there's one, I guess you could say downside, I could say that there was about that bodybuilding journey on the all fruit diet, aside from the budgeting, I would say it's the fact that fruit is a natural fat burner. So once again, I just want to reiterate what I said, how you have to eat more in order to get bigger. That's true. You definitely do. Regardless if you're eating a steak, if you're eating some vegetables, if you're eating fruit. But because of the fact that, again, fruit is so full of fiber and it's a fat burner, you have to eat a lot of fruit. Like, I mean, you got to get full off of it. So like, I'd literally eat half of a watermelon in a day. No, not even half of a cantaloupe. I'd eat the whole cantaloupe, like damn near each session. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta bulk up. You gotta get bigger. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to fruit, you gotta get that stuff down. So like I mentioned previously, you gotta keep eating, and it's gonna burn fast. It's gonna pass through your body fast, especially if you have a godlike metabolism like mine. You feel me? So you can definitely eat a lot of it throughout the day, but it's still a challenge. I'd say it's mostly mentally challenging than anything, because it's like your desire to eat goes down when you're on a bulk. So when you keep eating the same thing over and over again, at some point you get sick of it. And don't get me wrong, I have a really good appetite, but again, for someone who has a fast metabolism, I really have to eat a lot of food. So yeah, it was quite the journey, but it was still successful, you know, regardless of the challenges I faced along the way and some of the adversity from the negative comments I've received. I still made it. You know what I'm saying? So here I am sitting up at 190, 193, 194, you know what I'm saying? It's well worth it if you ask me. So now at this point, I am including pretty much all plant-based items that are, of course, whole and natural. So that means vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, fruits, you name it. And I'm definitely going to keep y'all updated on it. You know, I'm going to still post my workouts here and there and then show you guys what I eat in a day, so I can show y'all exactly how I'm building this physique with no meat whatsoever. You feel me? Because your health is your wealth, man. So I like to make another disclaimer that I am not shaming anybody who's watching this video if you still eat meat. I am just simply spreading awareness and encouraging you to make the change. I don't know how this is going to be taken, but I do just want to say that there is some studies and evidence that shows that melanated people tend to benefit more from a plant-based diet, especially eating all fruit, than those who are not melanated. But that's not like a set in stone fact. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of people who are non-melanated that have benefited greatly from an all fruit diet. But I just wanted to put that out there just in case, so that way you don't, you know, listen to what I'm saying and then you switch over from your carnivorous diet and then just go straight into this and you start getting sick and, you know, you start feeling weak or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So, but again, just in general, it is typically better for all humans to just incorporate more fruits and vegetables into their diet. Point blank, period. Okay? So, I really hope I didn't offend anybody right there, all right? Because that was not me saying like, oh, you know, black people are better than blah, blah, blah. No, that's not what I'm getting at all. I'm just simply stating that, like, I mean, you got to think about it. Like, certain cultures are naturally going to have a different type of requirement for nutrition because of where they're from. You know what I'm saying? And you have to think about it, like, melanated people are typically from warmer climates, and the food that grows out in warmer climates are typically fruits. Not only are we able to absorb more sunlight, but we're around more vegetation, such as fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. Versus another ethnic group that's in a colder climate where there's less vegetation, naturally they would have more of a requirement for meat. But again, that's not like a set in stone fact. It's just something that does actually make sense when you think about it. And again, there is actual research and study done on this. So you can do that research for yourself. You know, I'm not going to sit here and keep trying to get you, you know, to believe me or, you know, pulling up sources and citations. I'm just letting you know what I've came across and what I believe makes sense to me, okay? So, once again, if you don't want to make the change to a plant-based diet for whatever reason, that's fine. That's totally up to you. It's your life, and I want you to live your life in the way that you believe fits you, okay? Because I'm living my life in the way that I believe fits me the best, and I love it here. Honestly, I'm really happy that I stopped eating meat. Like, seriously, because I could tell you personally, I benefited from it. So first of all, as you can already see, we made the gains, you know what I'm saying? Without any meat. I'm built, I'm swole, check it. So beforehand, I don't know if you can see it. I had brought this dumbbell into the picture in that video titled Building Muscle on an All-Fruit Diet. And I was curling it really good. This is 40 pounds. I was curling it pretty decently. But right now, look at how light this is. Like, look at how easy that's going up. Like, no effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, it still has weight for sure, but I've gotten so much stronger. You feel me? And again, in that video, I was 165. Now I'm 190, grazing 194. You feel me? And this is all plant power right here. You feel me? Let's go ahead and press this. You see what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it up there. Yes, sir. Lightweight, baby. Yeah, buddy. You feel me? Shout out to Ronnie Coleman. But I just wanted to demonstrate that because, you know, I know a lot of people say, like, if you eat an all plant-based diet, you'll get weaker. You know what I'm saying? That's not true. That's the furthest thing from the truth. In fact, in a lot of my lifts, I've gotten stronger. My form has gotten better. And naturally, I have more energy. So I have no regrets going on this diet. And I don't see any negative side effects after going on this diet. Before you even judge anything, you should probably at least try to experience it for yourself. Because it's only fair to you. You know, a lot of people always want to act like experts on certain topics without even having any knowledge, let alone experience in that thing that they're judging and claiming to know so much about. I've seen some comments under my posts where, you know, people who eat meat will say, oh, you'll be malnourished if you don't have any meat. It's unhealthy to do that. Well, how can that be the case if I'm as healthy as can be? If I'm as healthy as a freaking ox, you know what I'm saying? If I'm as strong as an ox, how can this be bad for me? And I've been plant-based for a whole year and actually some months now, you know what I'm saying? Because I first started last year in March and it's June now, you feel me? And I'm stronger than ever. So how is this bad for me if it's only making me better? And what would you know about it if you have yet to experience this type of living and this type of eating? You wouldn't know. It's just because for some reason you feel personally attacked by me and my lifestyle choices. So that's why I always have to make the disclaimer that this is not an attack on you and your diet. It's not. I'm just simply spreading awareness and showing you my life and my truth and what's working for me, what's beneficial for me, because maybe it could benefit you. And if not, cool. Then you can just close out this video and go about your life. No hard feelings though. This isn't even passive aggressiveness. This is just some real stuff. Like, you know, man to man, bro to bro, or bro to sis, if you're a woman watching this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it real. Like, I don't judge anybody for what they do, for what they eat, okay? If you ask me, I don't even know why meat eaters clicking on this video in the first place, unless they're already interested in making the transition to being plant-based. Other than that, you're clearly clicking on a video just to spread negativity. You could still disagree, but in a very respectful way, in a way where at least you are citing certain research that you've done, or just giving your own perspective on it, rather than just saying, oh, this guy's crazy, you know, he's out of his freaking mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Once again, this has benefited me tremendously. I've gotten a lot stronger, and I've got my weight up. Now, I'm still not as big as I used to be back when I was around like 205, obviously, when I was still eating meat. But I mean, come on, I'm this close to it. I'm like right there, and I'm planning on surpassing it, honestly. So I have a new goal in mind. I want you guys to be here for it, okay? My next goal is to really get to 210, because the heaviest I got was 205. I want to get to 210, and then ultimately I want to be at least 220 pounds, and I think I'll be good after that. Because any bigger than that, I'm going to be looking too damn big, because, bro, I'm like 6'1", 6'2", you know what I'm saying? You telling me I'm going to be sitting here at 230 pounds just walking around like it's nothing? Boy, I'm going to have to walk through doors like this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, one, excuse me, massive man coming through. You feel me? So, don't get me wrong, though. Huge muscles do look really cool. But honestly, I just want to be a decently big size. Like, I want to look like a superhero, but still be lean. You know what I'm saying? So, and plus, like, I dance. So, a lot of you may already know that. So, I definitely do want to stay lean for the most part. But I still definitely want to look like I lift. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to look like no twig or nothing like that. So, I think around 220, that'll be that perfect physique for me. Like, I'll definitely be, like, obviously jacked, but I'll still be lean and slender in a sense. Like, I won't look like I'm all over the place or nothing like that. That's not what I'm aiming for. So, because I believe 230 and 240, definitely, if I got up to 240, boy, I'm too damn big. Like, tall and then swole like that, nah. But, I mean, obviously, we'll see, though. You know, things could change, you know. As human beings, we're like butterflies. So it's like one moment you want to do this, and then the next moment you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. That's life, and that's okay. We have every right to do that. But I'm just saying, like, as of right now, I don't necessarily have any intentions on getting that high up. But yeah, just want to, you know, recap that I have a new goal in mind, okay? And once again, I really do want you guys to be here for, like, how y'all were here for the Fruitarian journey, okay? This time it's an all plant-based diet journey, okay? But I just won't be documenting it in the same way that I was, where I'm like doing like a 30-day challenge. Like, nah, it's just gonna be like, like from time to time, I'm just like filming my workouts and then maybe combining it with what I'm eating for the day, or just specifically showing y'all what I eat in the day. And, you know, just keeping y'all updated on this journey, you know what I'm saying? Because, hey, man, if you here, we family, bro. You feel me? Plant-based warriors out here, you know what I'm saying? If you are trying to make the transition to become plant-based, or if you already are plant-based, man, dap me up real quick. You feel me? Props to you, for real, because it takes a lot of courage to do that. It takes a lot of willpower. It takes a whole commitment to make that change. In fact, it really makes you brave to do that, because this whole world tries to convince you that you need meat to survive, otherwise you won't be healthy. And you've been taught that since you were a kid, bro. So for you to be bold enough to go against that and choose a healthier alternative of eating and living, man, it speaks volumes about your character, if you ask me. So salute to that, all right? And once again, even if you're not, that's okay. But I just want to give my props where props are due. And just know you ain't alone, okay? Because I know most people are not plant-based. So 9 times out of 10, you gonna be by yourself eating what you eat. You know what I'm saying? So I guarantee that if you, the person watching this video, is plant-based, you probably spend a lot of time alone by yourself. For one. And then for two, you can't really relate to most people that you know in real life because most of them are not plant-based like you. So, you know, I'm giving you your props. I'm sending you love and respect and strength because I honestly, personally know how it is, okay? So just know what you're doing is honorable, man. And in fact, that's the thing too, like when people find out I'm plant-based, boy, they be shocked. They be like, bro, are you serious? You telling me you ripped like that, built like that, and you plant-based, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's just even the fact that I am plant-based, the fact that I am only eating like whole foods literally be throwing people off. Because most people are not used to that. Most people are used to, you know, folks eating pizza left and right, burgers left and right, you know what I'm saying? Stuff yourself with all these unhealthy processed junk foods, you know what I'm saying? So when you come out the cut and you say, oh, I'm plant-based, boy, you turn the heads off of that alone. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, and then it's like the aura you carry is different too when you are full of nature energy. You feel me? Like something about you is just totally elevated. You feel me? And I'm not trying to like over exaggerate this and make it sound like, oh, now I got powers. You know, like I can fly. Like that's not what I'm getting at. But I am being honest that there is a huge difference in my whole. First of all, there's a huge difference in how I feel internally. And second of all, even how I look externally. I'm not talking about the muscles. I'm talking about like my skin, how smooth it is. You know what I'm saying? How vibrant I look now. You feel me? And there's a lot more life in my eyes. If there's one thing I've noticed is that there's a lot of determination and life inside of my eyes right now. You know what I'm saying? Like my eyes are always shining. You feel me? So I've definitely hit like a metamorphosis. I don't know if y'all heard that sound or not, but I was right for saying that. Metamorphosis. Hey, I have a little sense of humor too, okay? I'm not always super serious. My point is that since I've been on this diet, I've seen so many great changes in my life and in myself. So, again, this ain't a video to convince you to switch over or nothing. This is honestly just me checking back in after, you know, the past couple of months since I made the announcement about building muscle on a all-fruit diet. So, man, what can I say? I'm just glad you're here listening, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, seriously, like, y'all really show so much love, and to this point, that video's still blowing up. Like, right now as we speak, it's sitting at like 5,000 views. And honestly, when I first posted it, I did not even expect it to do that great. Not saying like I don't be doubting myself. It's not like I was like, oh, woe is me. Like, nah, like I'm not even a person who's doubtful and negative. In fact, I'm a very optimistic person, you know, sometimes unrealistically optimistic. But, you know, to say the least, it still was kind of a shock that there was a lot of people that resonated with that message. Like, I really did not expect a bunch of people to like really feel me on that. Like I was being authentic. I was being genuine about that message too. You feel me? But even still, it was just like, dang, people really feeling me. They really feeling this. They feeling this topic. So, man, all I can say is like, I'm beyond grateful for that. And I feel like things are just getting better. You feel me? Like, I'm actually building a YouTube community. That's incredible. And listen, y'all, like, I already have followers on my other platforms. Like, I've been a influencer since 2019. Since I was 21 years old. I'm 25 now. So when I blew up, bro, it just happened overnight. Like, I just posted a photo on my Instagram, and next thing you know, I wake up and I see like 5,000 likes on that thing. Like, when I first posted it, I think I had refreshed the feed and it only had like 100 likes. I woke up the next morning, it said something like 5K, bro. I'm like, yo, what the heck? And next thing you know, I just saw my followers climbing, bro. Like, I went from literally like 1,000 followers to, I think, like 6K in that very same day. And then literally like either the next day or 2 days later, I hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. And mind you, that was back in 2019. And since then, I've still been growing on Instagram and still currently am to this day. I am now at like 59,000 on Instagram, about to hit 60,000. And I have like 94,000 on TikTok right now and like 15,000 on my Twitter. But even with all that, it's still almost unreal to me that I'm actually building a community here on YouTube. And I guess that's just because of the fact that YouTube is typically a harder platform to blow up on and to build a community. So again, I am an optimistic person and I typically do have a lot of faith in myself, but it still was kind of a shock. So right now as we speak, man, I feel so light. I feel so grateful, so happy, because it's like, first of all, life is just beautiful. Life is good. And second of all, like, just knowing that I have a community of people here supporting me and helping me actually make a living and a career out of me being myself, you know, and I get to share my lifestyle and just myself with y'all in general, and, you know, inspire other people and lift other people up, and, you know, just create so much magic and beauty. So, man, listen to me when I say this. To the person that's watching this video, from all of my heart, man, thank you. Okay? Thank you for being here. Thank you. Okay? Listen, I'm gonna keep it coming, man. Like, at this point, I'm turning this to a full-time job. You feel me? Because, look, let me give y'all a little story time, man. Since I left my job like last year in June, things have not been so great financially speaking, okay? Now, I was not trying to make this video about that, but I only want to share this for a specific reason, okay? So just hear me out. So I thought I was being smart by saving up like $10,000 because I had this whole idea that I was going to leave my job and then I was going to be a full-time influencer and everything was going to work out because of, you know, the law of attraction, manifestation, and stuff like that. So remember how I said I'm a very optimistic person, sometimes unrealistically? Well, this is what I'm talking about. Because, guys, I was working at the post office making like $21 an hour full-time. And don't get me wrong, the job was easy, but come on, like a 9 to 5 is not for me, bro. And I always knew that. I am a person who minds their business. I do my job, you know what I'm saying? And somehow, some way, folks would always find a way to get under my skin and try to mess with me and get me in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly always felt like it was just because of my positive energy and aura, because a lot of people in there were typically miserable. But who knows? The point is that I just didn't necessarily like being in there. And I was working at that job for about, like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and my folks worked in there. Like my mom, she still is there to this day. And I'm trying to retire her up out of there. You know what I'm saying? And my grandma worked there, and unfortunately she passed away in 2021, you know, so it was hard going to work, considering the fact that I was seeing her at work all the time and then she was gone, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, even my step-pops, who also passed away in 2023, I think, or 2022, he used to work there as well. My auntie worked there. A lot of my folks worked at the post office, so it was almost like it was like a default destiny to end up in that place. But again, I just want to reiterate the fact that the job was easy and there was some really cool people there, honestly. And it was some pretty good money. But again, it wasn't something that was fulfilling me. You know, I felt like I was stuck in this just loop, this cycle of just going to work, going home, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, rinse and repeat, you know. And I got tired of it, and then I said, you know what? I'm just gonna quit. I'm just gonna leave, you know. And mind you, they were actually low-key trying to get me fired around that time too. So it was almost like the universe was pushing me away from the job anyways, you know what I'm saying? Because they were trying to tag me for so many little things, like such as going to the bathroom. Look, I'm not trying to hit y'all with all these details. Let me just speed up the story. This is how I am when I tell stories. I go so much into detail, but anyway, so yeah, I made the decision to leave the job. I put my 2 weeks in, and I had about like $10,000 saved up in total, maybe even a little bit over that. And I was doing pretty good for the first couple of months, but obviously eventually that started to the window because I didn't have much income from another source. They even say that make sure you have a job before you leave a job, and I didn't listen to that because I was being unrealistically optimistic. Like I had these huge goals that I was gonna accomplish in like a couple of months because of the power of your mind. Because of the power of your mind, because of the law of attraction, because of meditation and manifestation, you know what I'm saying? I fell hook, line, and sinker for it. And yeah, as a result, I got burned hard because, again, I left the job in June, and I had an expectation to freaking have like 500,000 followers on all my platforms by the next month. No, look, I ain't got no shame admitting this, bro. I'm really letting y'all know what the deal is, okay? And I was expecting to make like $15,000 a month suddenly, you know what I'm saying? I was even expecting to blow up on YouTube like within the next couple of months, like in August, you know what I'm saying? And none of that happened. And I was still getting some money from my social medias. You know, I get paid a little bit from it, you know, even right now as we speak, but clearly not enough. So, you know, some more time went on, and shoot, man, the finances started going down. And I had to start taking money out of my savings accounts, out of my Coinbase account, you know, my crypto and all that stuff. And, you know, as a result, I ended up becoming broke. And even at this point where I'm speaking right now, you know, I'm still struggling financially. And I'm not trying to make this video about that. And I'm not trying to, you know, make you feel bad for me or anything. Because, bro, I'm telling you, I am actually really happy. And I've been happy for a while, okay? Of course, naturally, I do want to improve my finances. But, you know, this isn't a video to, you know, try to make you feel bad. Or, you know, I'm not even trying to, like, make you come out of pocket and be like, oh, let me go ahead and donate some money to you. Now, of course, that'd be great, but like, I promise you, that's not what this is about, okay? I'm just keeping it real with y'all and letting y'all know what's up, all right? So, anyways, yeah, finances plummeted and all that, and, you know, I fell into a really dark place and spiraled out of control at one point and just started just hitting everything that was in sight, except for people. Like, you know, like I was in my car and I was beating the crap out of my car, bro. I'm cussing like a sailor. I'm saying, is God even real? You know what I'm saying? Did the universe forsake me? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, I was going through it. You know, crying, breaking down and stuff like that. But along the way, so many little miracles have happened. Like, I've received random checks, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've received a random check from my job that I never ended up getting that helped me pay one of my bills, you know what I'm saying? That was really a blessing. And I've had moments where I went in the store and I thought I had enough to buy something and I actually didn't. But then the cashier would let me actually go with my stuff. You know, like I went into Chipotle this one time and tried to buy some food with my credit card and it didn't work. And I was like, damn, like I really thought it was going to work too. And, you know, I was about to leave, but then he was like, you know what, bro, it's on me. Honestly, I appreciated that a lot from him, but it also made me feel so ashamed and angry and bitter at the same time, because I was like, I can't believe I was in that busy line and was holding everybody up just because I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, what a shame. I'm a man. I should be able to take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? So, but eventually I came to terms with it and really saw the beauty in it. And, you know, just counted my blessings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I found new reasons to be grateful for life. Like, even right now, the fact that I'm even breathing, the fact that I'm even able to still talk, the fact that I can move my hands around and I'm okay, I can walk, I can sing, I can dance, I can still do me, you know what I'm saying? And I got a roof over my head right now as we speak, you know what I'm saying? So, and quite frankly, it's a very, very beautiful day out today. Yeah, my family's still here, you know, the ones I got. You know, my brother's okay, my mom's okay, my dog's okay. You know what I'm saying? So ain't really nothing to trip about if you ask me. Um, so yeah, I just want to dial back to, the point of how, you know, since I've been on this journey, there's been so many great changes, even despite that financial drought. Um, because that allowed me to actually work on myself. Like I had a lot of time to myself, and still to this point, I have a lot of time, you know, to reflect and to actually do inner work, to do shadow work, to really do some introspection and, evolve myself from within. You know, it's funny because I'm a lot more secure as a person than I ever was beforehand when I had all that money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't get me wrong, like I've always been pretty much a confident person, but there's like a new level of confidence I have now. And the confidence is the confidence of me knowing myself, you know. And listen, I'm still learning about myself to this point. It's a never ending journey, but I still know who I am. I'm just uncovering more parts of myself. That's all. So, once again, there's really a new confidence within myself that I never would have been able to achieve if I didn't do the inner work, you know? So, because of all the time I've had, I've been able to develop myself from within. So now I'm in a perfect position to be wealthy, to actually be in a high financial status, because I'd be able to handle that money. And my head would really be in the right spot to do good things with that money, you know? Because what I want to do more than anything is help everybody else out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to bless other people, and help other people achieve their dreams by, of course, encouraging them and giving them advice, but then also supporting them financially, you know? Um, and of course, who doesn't want the freedom to be able to do whatever they want, whenever they want, you know? And as an artist myself, I sing, I dance, having money would help tremendously. Come on. It would just give me limitless creative room to do my thing. So, um, so again, like I'm able to think about money in such a healthy way um, than I ever was able to before. Because beforehand, when I was making a lot of money, like my head wasn't exactly focused in, for one, a straight path, and two, I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do with money anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like I had about like 15,000 at one point and didn't even know what to do with it. I mean, I bought a car, but you know what I'm saying? Even still, I didn't necessarily know what to do with all the money I was making. But now I do. And it's funny that I don't have as much money as I used to beforehand, you know? But again, like from being on this journey of just changing myself from within, from changing my diet, changing my way of thinking, like I've been able to get to a space of actual knowing. This decision I've made to not only change my thinking, but change my diet has been more than worth it, if you ask me. Okay. So now we can hop back on the topic of, building muscle on an all fruit diet and on a plant based diet. And, just recap on the point that you can do this. Nothing can stop you. Not money, not people, research, none of that. Nothing can stop you from achieving your goals and dreams if you are that determined. Because here I am a whole year later after everything I've been through, and I'm stronger than ever. You get what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, the person that's watching this video, you are beyond strong. Even to just be sitting here listening to me speak, it takes a patient person and a person who's really invested in order to actually listen to what I have to say. So I'm proud of you. If ain't nobody else told you, I'm gonna tell you that you're doing an amazing job, okay? And there ain't nothing wrong with you. The divine ultimate truth is that you're perfect and that there's nothing wrong with you, okay? It's just your human ego that sees all the clutter around you and assumes that something is off or something is wrong. It's not true. Get out of your head and get into your heart, because the truth lies in your heart. You know, the mind is going to think, the mind is going to try to process and understand things, but when it's all said and done, the real understanding and knowing is within your heart. Okay? So no matter what you're going through, no matter who you are, what you look like, what you got, what you don't got, I'm telling you, you're beyond blessed, man. So just see that for yourself. And all of us are one and the same when it's all said and done. You know, you're me and I'm you. We're all energy, we're all vibration. Okay? So we actually are all family. By truthful, divine definition, we are family. The only difference in me and you is the illusion that we're separate and that maybe I look a little different than you, right? So what? We're still energy, we're still souls, we're still children of the divine. Yeah. So before I end this video, I do want to just recap on the point of eating a plant-based diet. Okay, so first of all, like I said, I'm going to be posting, you know, videos of me on this journey, you know what I'm saying, you know, going to the gym, showing you what I eat in a day. But I'll also, you know, post comparison videos and stuff like that, so you could just see where I once was versus where I am now at whatever point it is you're seeing it. And hopefully that inspires you to make the change yourself and to embark on a journey, because it's possible. Look, I'm doing it. You see it, you see me. I'm all in. 10 toes down. And listen, bro, here's another thing I want to say too. At some point, I believe I'm gonna do some coaching. And I'm thinking about maybe doing it on my Patreon, or maybe another platform, or maybe I'll just build my own website. I don't know. But what I want to say is that I will never withhold information from anybody. Okay? Like, I'm not going to try to sell you nothing. I'm not a salesman, okay? So I'm not going to try to convince you or sell you a fantasy dream message or anything like that. You know, oh, buy my course and find out this secret on how to build muscle on an all plant-based diet. No, I'm telling you right here and right now how to do it. I'm telling you right here and right now how to do it. All you have to do is eat whole foods in abundance, whether you cook it or not. It's up to you if you want to cook your food or if you want to eat it raw. You can do both. But all you got to do is get an abundance of whole foods and eat that in bulk. And if you're not gaining weight, then eat more. Eat more food. That's all you have to do. Add an extra meal, an extra snack or something. And go to the gym and lift heavy. And listen, when you go to the gym, you don't have to do a crap ton of sets and reps. You literally just need to take your muscles to failure. So the best thing you could do is hit compound lifts. So just get in there, you know, do some shoulder presses, you feel me, with the barbell, and go heavy until you can't do another rep. Then go ahead and do you some bench pressing, same thing. Then deadlifts and squats. And I promise you, you stick to those foundational lifts, you know, while lifting heavy and you eating in abundance, you gonna get bigger. Cause look at me, I've gotten way bigger than where I started just 2 months ago. Y'all, 2 months ago, I was at 165. I'm literally sitting at 190 right now. From eating plants, bro. Like, come on, what more do you need to know that this is possible? Okay? So anyways, let me get back to my point about how in the future I plan to coach people. So again, it's not for the sake of selling you some information. No, it's to help you out. Like as if you seeing me in person and I'm coaching you in person. You feel me? I'm helping you out. Maybe I'm constructing a meal plan for you or something like that. Or just straight up giving you one-on-one advice and give you my undivided attention. That's all. Um, because honestly, like, I do really just want to help people. But in order to help people, I gotta help myself too, right? So, I gotta find some way to make some money. Whether that's my YouTube channel spiking up and growing as it is right now as we speak, whether it is me coaching people or, you know, um, selling merchandise, which, I didn't want to, put it out there just yet. I wanted it to be a surprise, but forget about it, man. I already have my merch. I've been had it. I've been made it. I work relentlessly on it. Um, like I spend all day working on designs and coming up with my logos and stuff like that. Um, won't necessarily tell you what the name is right now, but just know that I do have some merch that I'm planning to drop real soon, and I would love for you guys to have it. Because first of all, it's deeper than just giving you merch. Like, this is an actual, how should I say? Well, first of all, family, obviously, but like, for you to rep my merch is for you to have a golden soul. All right? And people with a golden soul are people who are, first of all, naturally kind. Second of all, people who always see the beauty in life and always have a higher optimistic standpoint on life. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who truly wants to help the world, help other people, and live in love. You get what I'm saying? And I want a whole army of people like that. And it's also for the people who love art, people who are very artistic, people who love to express themselves, people who reverberate with so much joy and love within themselves, people who just sing when they walk past. I'm not saying like actually singing, I'm saying like their energy is so vibrant and lovely that it's like it's singing its own melody. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about those type of people, bro. Those are the people that I want representing my merch. So again, I won't tell you the exact name of it, but that's the rundown of what it means to represent my stuff, okay? And honestly, I have big goals with that. Like, I want to make this into a whole like company, like a whole organization. It's not just, it starts out as a clothing brand, but I really want this to expand to the point where my company is actually legit going around the world and donating to people, like whether it's like actual physical stuff like clothes or if it is money. Like, that's definitely one of the things I really want to do, is donate to people in need and help people. And I'm not trying to make this sound like some sort of, oh, help the animal sob story. Like, nah, like, this is not even to convince you. I'm just literally being transparent with you and letting you know what it is and what I got planned. You know what I'm saying? So, because, the potential of you being involved is honestly exciting and more than awesome. Okay. So again, this is something that I want to do, is that, I just want to spread joy. I want to inspire people to really just be free, live their lives the way they want to live their lives, be themselves, and, to help others who need that help. You know what I'm saying? So once again, I will be dropping my merch ASAP. I'm working to be able to actually afford it right now. To afford it, first of all, keep the store up, and then to even be able to buy my own gear so I can actually make content and promote it and stuff like that. But it's gonna happen one way or another. I got complete total faith in, first of all, myself and the universe. All right. So, just one thing, one step at a time. It's gonna happen. So stay tuned for that, y'all. And yeah, man, I don't know how long we are into this video, but I know I've been talking for a minute. Okay. So once again, man, this whole journey has been beyond successful, and I'm honestly just so excited for what's to come. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I just know, bro, like, it's looking good, man. It's looking good, you feel me? So ain't nothing to stress about, ain't nothing to worry about. We just living life out here, y'all. We healthy, we eating good, whole, natural, plant-based foods, bro. We carrying high vibrations, we elevating, we around here spreading love, bro. That's what it's all about. You feel me? That's what it's all about. Man, listen, change the way you eat and you change the way you think, therefore you change the way you live. That's a fact. So Once when you start making better decisions, your life is bound to become better. It's inevitable. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, it will happen. But you just got to stay consistent with everything you do and stay positive as much as you can. If anything, just stay optimistic, all right? Big changes are on the way for you. I know they are because you're watching this video right now. You still listening. So, thanks for being here, all right? So, keep you guys updated with everything. And, just keep doing my thing. Keep staying positive out here, optimistic. Keep loving, keep living. You feel me? That's all there is to it. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Take tremendous care of yourself, okay? Peace.